And what I want to talk about with you is this thing called self care and what it means to invest in yourself, right? Your peace of mind, body, and soul. What is everybody that looks different for everybody? Some people, they
Yep.
got to catch a flight. Let me go ahead and book this trip and be out for a few days. Some people, they just need to nap throughout the day, whatever it is. Some people work out. There's different ways of caring for self. But oftentimes entrepreneurs neglect that area, right? Because we're so busy trying to get to the bag. So tell me, for you, again, this is part of that balance, being a mom, being a wife, being an entrepreneur. How do you and when do you take time for Atiya?
Yep. I think that's a great question. And as with a lot of things, I'm evolving to make sure that I'm doing that. But I have started taking, like, being cognizant of my time and when I need to recharge. So, things I've started doing is going for walks alone. I like going for walks alone. I like booking pedicures. And I know some people say manicures, pedicures don't count, but for me, they do because I go by myself
Mhm.
and I'm able to veg out by myself. So I do that. I like to watch TV. So I don't know, like, people told me that that's actually a self-care thing because I like watching TV. So I like unwinding after the kitchen is cleaned up and all of that stuff and watching TV. Like, that is a relaxation for me. And I also, because I'm an extrovert and I live, like, we are transplants, so we live like we don't have family around us.
Yeah.
I recharge with people that I like being around. So I make time to get on a flight. It might not be to a tropical island. It might just be back home where I'm like, I'm going home to see my people for the weekend. Like, I just need to see people who know me and who I can just be around. So I like spending time with people that are dear to me that I don't see all the time. But yeah, going for walks is probably something that I do a lot more because my neighborhood is really nice to walk around and I could just get some headphones and just do that. So self care is very important. And I actually took a course that was, trying to help wives. And you make a list of like 30 things that you want to do, only things that you want to do that benefit you. And then you try to do 3 things a day. So it
Mm.
could be taking a nap. It could be calling your friend on the phone uninterrupted. It can be watching a TV show, getting a glass of wine, but like, just make a list and try to do 3 things a day that are just for you so that you can recharge in your day.
I love that. I never thought about that. Making a list of 30 things and trying, working to tackle them at least three, three of
Hmm.
them a day. Because I know that I can get so busy in what I am doing. And for
Yep.
me, one of the things that I do even before I was expecting, I'm getting my nap in. Okay. I'm getting my nap
Yep.
in here, right? So because that is what is a recharge for me. I just need to
Yeah.
completely shut down,
Down.
right? So I love that. Let's talk a little bit about a book that changed your life.
So it's funny that I tell people all the time, I'm the first to say I don't do favorites. So I don't have a favorite food. I don't have, like, I just don't do, like, I like a lot of things, but I found my favorite book. It's called The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel. And this book, like, I've read a lot of books, but this book changed the way I think. It made me realize that, I've always heard like there's power in death in the tongue and what you say, but I never realized the extent of it, that it's your thoughts, that it's everything that you are envisioning, all of that, and it's biblical. And once I read that book, I listened to it. I can listen to that book like every day because I have it on audiobook now and it's a quick read. Um, I love that book. So I'm like, I think I have a favorite book now. So it's The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel. I don't know how to say her full name, but it's
Yeah,
Florence and Shin is like the last name.
I love that. I'm all about the self help, and I'm like you too. I don't like to have. I don't necessarily have favorites, or if I do, I have favorites in moments or
Mhm.
eras, you
Yeah.
know? So with that being said, are you a music person?
So, like, no. I basically I'm not a music person, even though like people keep telling me that I'm supposed to be because I'm an Aries. I like listening to music, but I've
Couldn't
never
tell
bought
you what I'm listening
yeah.
to.
Like
It's
I've
just
never
like
bought a CD, I've never bought an album. Like I've like no, and I'm telling you, this is how I'm like so weird when it comes to this thing. Like I don't know if it's because I'm Caribbean, so we do reggae, and so reggae, there's no real albums. Like I'm listening to mixes, like so I'm like listening to mixes and stuff, and so I do enjoy listening to music, but yeah, I don't. Um,
okay, so
I owned one CD in my entire life, and it was DMX because I was like obsessed with DMX. So my brother got that for me for Christmas. But I don't think I've never bought an album or a CD. Like I've never done it. I
wow.
know, I
But you
know.
know what? It's okay. I mean, because to be honest with you, I'm that way with television.
Mm,
Like I love music, right? And I just kind of, if I'm watching TV, I'm watching TV because my husband is watching it or somebody else is watching it.
mhm.
So I'm not really big on, I can be like, yeah, I saw that movie. I think I've seen this before. I'll never be able to tell you
Yeah.
what that movie was,
Mhm.
right? Unless it's something that I really love. And I do come across those things, like I'm sure you come across songs that
Yeah.
you love, right? So since you can't answer the movie question, what film or series are you into right now? What do you binge out on after you've cleaned the kitchen right now?
Um, so right now we're actually watching The Godfather of Harlem. So we tend to like watch series, and so we're watching The Godfather of Harlem. But I do, when it comes to like movies, I do love like the oceans type movies. Like I've definitely seen all of the oceans several times because I love those going backwards types movies.
Yeah,
So I recently saw the Knives Out with Janelle. What's her name?
Monet.
Yeah, Janelle Monae, she's in that one, and that was really good. That went like backwards and stuff. I
Yeah,
like those backwards type movies for some
yeah.
reason.
See, in my movie game, I feel real, educated because like I said, my husband, that's his thing. So that's kind of like if he's doing it, I'm gonna go ahead and be all cuddled up under him, right? Because so I did see that with Janelle Monet, and I love
Mhm.
that. And Quentin Tarantino is one of my favorites.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, because of that very
Yeah,
thing that you're talking about, that very style. And
yeah,
he does that with all of his films, where he
yeah.
goes back in time, where it's different time periods that's being shown, right? So I absolutely love that. We're gonna come back and close out with Atiya right after this.